Nursery rhymes, fairy tales, blood and wine. Turtles on the way down the line. Southern Easter on till we go home. Further realms our souls must roam to and through.
Turtles All the Way Down podcast on Southtown Media.
Hey everybody, welcome back to YouTube. Turkey was with us before I started recording it, and I guess
he was right here.
It's like magic, man. Now you see me, now you don't. Well, whenever he decides to come back, we do got a whole show for you guys, and I know it's been a while, but we working through stuff. We're rehauling the channel, restarting everything, and it just it's a process. I'm not exactly the most technical guy, but I think between me and Carlos, we'll get this figured out and set up.
We'll probably be able to figure out something. Hey, there
Welcome
he is.
back, Turk.
Hey,
Dude, we played the intro, and then when the intro came, I was like, "Where'd he go?"
He had to go get certified for that championship.
Yeah, I time traveled. I had to go back and get my creds. It didn't show up.
Oh man. So how y'all been, man?
I've been good, man. You know,
Okay, I've been okay.
The world's not warming anymore; it's freezing, and Al Gore's fucking pissed. Antarctica gained 108 billion layers of ice, and now global warming don't exist anymore.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's something. Try to be on the optimistic side.
Yeah, global warming. So we're going to start.
Ice? Where's
we gained ice. It was global warming. In the last year, we gained like 100 something billion of ice in Antarctica. Like, for real.
Billion.
Yeah, billion.
That's a lot of fucking ice.
I want to say billion. You can correct me if I'm wrong. It's billions of billion.
Who's responsible for this, and what are we going to do about them?
Apparently, we have to pay taxes on it. I think recently. Probably going to be in the future.
Taxes we pay, the less the freeze.
Yeah, I'm saying that's what their theory was with global warming is we pay more taxes, we can cool the earth. So I think we've been paying a lot of taxes, and now we're over freezing the earth, and we're going to have to melt it again. I'm just saying that's what I'm saying. That's how shit seems to work these days.
Oh, okay. So because my taxes went up, there's too much ice down there now. What are we gonna do about that though? Like, if there's too much ice, then
maybe we should make tariffs and cut taxes.
And that will make less ice.
Ice.
I think you're right. I think in the long term that will yield less ice.
Yeah, less ice. All of this tax money's been going to make the world colder to prevent global warming.
All these
and
fucking
then we paid too much. Now Trump's came in and made tariffs, and it's going to cut taxes, and then we get less ice.
Here I am. I've been paying fucking taxes to try to fund my schools and my post office and my roads and my tanks and my planes, and it's all been going to this fucking ice.
It's all been going to this fucking ice.
I can't believe these fuckers.
Oh my gosh! I'm for real. Look it up. Though. I saw it the other day. I was like, it's just hilarious.
Right?
Wow.
Huh? Turk, do you live inside a paper mache ball?
Why do you say that?
I don't know. It just came to me.
Yeah. Come on, background. My background. Maybe I do.
What are we doing to our senior citizens? They hate the cold weather. That's just terrible.
Well, they can move to Florida with all the Cubans.
Sorry, I was having a little bit of Wi-Fi technical problems there for a second.
I think you got caught.
Are you there? Carlos?
Oh, whoa. Wow, we've been talking this whole time. I think Kelsey's messages are coming in super delayed.
Late.
Yeah, I think can y'all hear me now? Can y'all see me?
Yeah, we can see you. It's just like quarter of a second behind.
That's weird. I mean, I'm directly set up with the Ethernet, so it shouldn't do that. But
I'm not
sorry,
behind.
guys.
I think we've been asking too many hard questions. They've been listening.
We have.
They know we've been getting too close to the truth.
They're getting too close.
Turkey hit the nail on the
head. Shut it down! Shut it down! Hey, we're sending lesbians into space, and our taxes are going to freezing the Earth.
What else aren't they telling us?
What aren't they telling us?
Oh man.
All right.
Yeah,
Hey,
Go
but
ahead.
back to the G-force thing. I didn't say G-forces left the Earth. Okay. Now this y'all didn't hear this beforehand, but
Mhm.
I was talking about G-forces leaving the Earth, meaning the amount of G-forces experienced when you're leaving the Earth's atmosphere. Okay, the effects that it has on the body when you're in a spaceship or some kind of module leaving the Earth's atmosphere. G-force has an effect on your body,
Module.
meaning, module.
Yes, it does.
Your cheeks go back and shit like this, but you got fucking Katy Perry fucking leaving the Earth's atmosphere, and she's just like, I'm leaving the atmosphere. But you see these fucking astronauts and shit, they go in G-force training and their fucking cheeks go back.
Katy Perry didn't actually go to space. So
No,
when
she
you're
didn't.
when you're watching those astronauts, they're being launched at speeds necessary to get them into orbit or to get them like the
Yes.
fucking moon or whatever.
Yes,
Katy
yes.
Perry just went up and barely touched space just so she could say that she did it.
Yeah, she went into
It was cheap.
in a certain part of the atmosphere where there's barely
You get
any
a little
gravity.
bit floaty. Yeah.
Yeah, there's barely any gravity.
Yeah, and she's no
Exactly.
pioneer.
Somebody's did that in a fucking in the fucking balloons strapped to a damn yard chair.
Yeah.
It happened in the 80s. The dude strapped a bunch of damn weather balloons to a yard chair, and his idea was he keeps a BB gun on him. If he gets too high, he shoots them, so
And he would
he'll
pop
drop.
balloons. Yep.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he landed safely and got fined hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Exactly. And now his fucking chair is in a museum because it was part of fucking aerospace engineering or some shit.
Why did he get fined and how did he not die?
No, okay, so
how did he not die is a fucking miracle. The reason he
Yeah.
got fined is that's all uncontrolled airspace. Like
uncontrolled airspace. He had to radio down somebody he knew that worked for the power. He's about to land into a power station, like with a bunch of wires. He's about to fucking die. So he radioed down, was like, I need help. I'm about to kill myself. And somehow they cut the power and he ended up landing safely. And when, like, say you're all right, so if you're lost in the wilderness and shit, we supposedly our tax dollars go to help and rescue too. So if you call in help and rescue and you're out in the forest or somewhere and you're lost and you need help, you get fined for that shit if they have to come and help and save you.
Well, sure, but he wasn't in the wilderness. It was in the middle of a city.
No, exactly. But he had to have fucking
Uncle
rescue
Ray-Ban.
because
I think he drifted into fucking controlled airspace.
Yeah, he did.
Actually, I think he went way too close to the airport, and the FAA got him for that.
He did a lot of shit because he went. So he got he tried to
What was that
enlist
like?
in,
How did
like,
he
the
not freeze to death? Like that's got to be like insanely
was on the-
cold.
He was on the verge of it. Like he literally.
What are we talking about?
The
He
dude who
literally-
strapped a bunch of balloons to the lawn chair and then flew around Southern California.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't think it was very cold. This is a project that he had been planning for and been dreaming about for like a long time.
What about the people that got stuck up into the space? What was that shit? Those people that stayed up there for like 9 months. The space shuttle, whatever it's called.
The space station.
He's off on the tangent. What about them fuckers that they're celebrating Christmas?
What aren't they
Christmas
telling us?
hats.
What aren't they telling us about the space station?
Yeah, the space module.
Yeah, the space module. You talking to me now?
The modules suck out the G forces and they escape from your face.
Yeah.
They-
And Katie's hair and
It's
Katy
all AI.
Perry's hair still look terrific.
Yeah, they reverse aging these modules.
It's all
And then-
AI.
And
Chills.
when they get to Earth, they can open them up from the inside. They don't need help.
I don't know what to say to that.
They're supposed to be vacuum
Say
sealed,
yes.
but
You say yes.
Yes, I say yes.
No, we was talking about. I think it was in the mid '80s, maybe late '80s. This guy that he couldn't get into the Air Force or some shit like that, fly planes, because he was colorblind, and he had a sole mission to going to flying. Period. So he had an idea of strapping a bunch of weather balloons to a chair and taking off and flying. And his whole plan was, hey, I'll keep a BB gun with me and a radio and radio down if I need help. But a BB gun, I'll shoot balloons up out if I get too high to come back down to Earth.
Yep.
Well,
Thank God he didn't drop that gun.
no, he did.
Yeah.
No, he dropped it. He dropped it.
That sounds like
dropped it.
something
I
we
know,
would
I know.
do. We'd all get together and have one too many beers. It's like, how many balloons you think it'd take to lift me off this fucking
No,
ground?
but the thing is, he did drop it. So he was trying to control his descent, and he hit a couple of them, and he ended up dropping it, and a gust of wind came and took him off path, and he couldn't drop it and control his descent. So he had to like radio in and a bunch of shit. He ended up going into like controlled airspace and shit. That's why he was getting fined, like Charlemagne was talking about.
You guys remember like 15 years ago, late 2000s, the Balloon Boy incident? That was that was up here in Colorado.
So
Oh yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. So there was a story. This guy was
They
trying to
shot
make
him
this.
down, didn't they? They shoot him
This
down.
stuff- No. It was all a hoax. So this dad
Yeah.
built a weather balloon that was designed to look like a big UFO, and him and his wife and his 3 kids were launching it in their backyard. He was like a home scientist. He was trying to like make his own reality show or something, seeking attention. And then they let go of the balloon, and then they claimed that when they let go of the balloon, they only could account for 2 of their children, and their youngest was nowhere to be seen. And one of the younger siblings said he crawled into the big aluminum balloon, like it's the size of a fucking car, but it was just filled with helium. And the balloon just takes off, starts going towards the airport. It drifts like something like 50 miles from Fort Collins all the way to Denver International Airport. And the dad immediately calls the FAA and he calls the police, and the government's all on it. They're tracking it with helicopters. It was on live TV when I was a kid. They're like watching this big UFO thing, and then
For a
every now and
kid?
then it'll like tumble, and then there's like, holy shit, there's a 7-year-old in there. Anyway, it finally crash lands outside of DIA, Denver International Airport, and they rush to it expecting to either find an injured kid in there or a dead kid in there, and there's no kid in there, and they're like, oh fuck, did he fall out somewhere along the way? Just as they're asking that question, that kid just happens to pop out of the parents' attic. He was like, oh, I was hiding. And the parents' entire defense this entire time is that their kid was just
He's
hiding
grounded.
for 6
you,
hours.
you sure
No,
about
grounded.
that?
bullshit. No, he did this for attention. Like he before he called the cops or the FAA, he called the local news first. Real shit.
Hey, that weed is good, bro.
Hey man, if my kid's dead, I better at least be famous about it.
Fucking crazy.
I mean, that's just the way it is, you know. You know, if something bad happens, who do you call? You know, you call that or Ghostbusters. You call the local
Call the
news
media.
station.
Call the media.
My
Wow.
dog had diarrhea. What's going on here?
Huh?
I was thinking about it, man.
Think it.
No, go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
tell us. You were freezing up. I didn't know where you was going. Tell me.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the connection today,
That's cool.
guys.
Cool.
I did want to throw in there because I know I want us to eventually. I want to get our friend Tusk in here for his opinion about flat Earth. But I remembered in my time in the military, one of my jobs when I was standing out when I.
Oh shit.
And what?
He's got PTSD. He can't remember. CTE.
Kelsey, you cut out for a big chunk of that again. You might have to restart.
Of how I knew. Hot damn it! Am I still freezing?
You just came back. You just came back.
You just came back. Ah, you're freezing again. Don't move so fast. You're fucking flash right now.
Hey,
You're good, lady killer. Calm down.
you fast for the tech, bro.
You've been acquitted twice.
Oh man, no, what I'm
trying
trying
to be quicker than that.
2 times
Well-
Butterfinger champ down here.
3
Hey,
times.
butt fingerer, 3 times. Butt fingerer.
Buttfinger. I thought I said Butterfinger.
Buttfinger?
Butt finger champ.
And he's fucking Charlemagne's up there looking at fingers and shit.
Yeah, man.
Bitches.
I wonder if he's a real champ.
I'm ready to test it.
Finger
I'm ready to
licking.
test it.
He's like, I took him under my wing.
Oh man. I hope to be champ someday.
Hey,
One of these days.
oh man.
Hey, you know how hard it takes to be a champ of that, man. You got to get up in there.
I don't,
you gotta lock in.
I don't think it's that
Is
hard.
it?
Go ahead, Chip.
So is it like one judge or 3 judges?
Or is it the
and then,
person
like,
getting their finger in the butt?
That's the judge.
Yeah.
That's the only way
Yeah,
you can judge.
That's the
No,
only way
no,
you
no,
can
no,
judge.
no.
You're,
It's how many butts you finger per hour.
No,
Oh,
I think it's the same. This has got to be the same person judging it, or multiple people, and then having the same people doing it and be like, "Yeah, he did it the best."
But that
That's
means that means all the contestants got to finger the same judge.
No. All the contestants get fingered by this. Hold on.
It's dirty. It's dirty and
There's-
nasty. Just
there's-
know that.
So is it by one person
Just know
that's
that,
been
bro.
fingered
Just
in the
know
butt?
that.
Is it one person that's been fingered in the butt by multiple people, or is it multiple people being fingered in the butt by multiple people?
Wait,
And
I
then
thought
they all got together
No,
and was like, "He's the
no,
best."
they-
3 times.
Wait,
over.
wait.
You stand in the line. No, you stand in the line. You stand in the line. You go down the line and you finger somebody's butthole going down the line. And whoever says "hoo-hoo" wins.
whoever says who wins.
But no, they said like
I
Winnie
thought-
the
I
Pooh
I thought
or
we were
Tigger. I
competing.
mean,
I thought we were competing to see who was the best at fingering butts, not who was the best at getting fingered. That's
yeah,
completely
I
different.
mean, yeah, that could be
I don't want to
anybody.
be.
Yeah, I don't want to be the best at getting fingered. I'm saying it doesn't mean you're the best at it. That means you did it in a row. Anyways,
He's like, I'm the best at it. I sing like a canary every
I sing
time.
like a canary. Butt finger champion. I take you. So you take it the best 3 years in a row. You took it in the ass the best 3 years in a row. Shit, boy, I didn't even know that about you. The butt finger champ. He took it the best.
Wow. Took it the
No
best.
one, no one
No
takes
one's
a
doing
finger
that.
like he does. Nobody.
Nobody.
Go ahead, Tilson.
Back to before we got into
Finger and buttholes.
and coitus and things of that nature. I was talking about when I was in the Navy. There was a thing we have to do. We have to stand up on top of what they call the bridge or the tower by the bridge, but it was a tower on top of the air on top of my ship, because it's an aircraft carrier. And what one of our jobs was is to use the binoculars and big eyes, and we would judge from the height we were and then the distance from the curvature of the earth is how you decided the distance and estimating the distance of how far the contacts are out from each side. And if basically if there was no curvature of the earth, if I can say that word right, curvature of the earth, then you couldn't have a distance. Mathematically you could theory keep going farther than that depending on how tall something is, right? Can we agree on that?
Yeah. Okay, keep going.
But after you hit, I can't remember, was the 7 or 8 mile mark, the curvature of the earth everything eventually sinks off. So if something was in theory tall enough, we should be able to see something 14, 15, 16, 17 miles off if the world was flat. But because it's round, eventually it's just going to drop. It doesn't matter how tall it is. It's dropping. You're not going to see it.
So
I'm
if
saying
it was like, say it was 20 feet tall, or say it was 20 feet tall, or not 20 feet. It was tall enough, but it was further than 7 miles out. The size of it, if it was straight line, it should be the exact size. And if it's 7 miles off, it would be shorter than what it is.
Yeah, like basically
Okay.
you could not judge how far
Okay.
something's off
You
if
had-
the world was flat.
You had an equation to account for the shrinkage to the object because you knew how big the object was, and then you did a mathematical equation to account for the curvature.
Yeah.
All right, here's another way to think about it, right? Here in Denver, or pretty close to us in Colorado Springs, there's Pikes Peak. It's a 14er, right? It's over 14,000 feet above sea level, and it's right at the edge of the Rocky Mountains. So if you look east out and you stand on that peak, and I've stood on that peak, you're just looking out at the Great Plains, right?
Mhm.
Endless Great Plains
It's
forever,
below you, yes.
right? I'm 14,000 feet above sea level. I'm 9,000 feet above the city below me, right, where the ground gets flat. There should be, if the earth was flat, nothing in between me and Chicago. So why can't I see Sears Tower, even with the strongest telescope? If I look in the direction of Chicago with the most powerful telescopes on the planet, I'll still never see Chicago
But
because
have you?
it's 1,000 miles that way and it's below the curvature of the earth.
My question: have you though?
Okay, well then follow-up question. I
Have
haven't,
you
but why
seen
can't
it? Or-
why
have you
why
seen
can't
it?
people see the why can't people see the Rocky Mountains from Chicago? You go take an elevator to the top of Sears Tower, you can't see no mountains.
Well, I don't know. I've never did it.
I never.
Well, I could show you a picture from the top of Sears Tower. There's no mountains. I'll pull it
I'm
up right now.
saying that's a picture. But how good is a picture? It's not a telescope.
Oh, so you're calling us liars?
No, I'm not calling you liars.
Well, I don't think
I'm
you would
just-
need a telescope to see the Rocky Mountains. They're the
I
biggest
could
thing
take
on the
I could
continent.
take a picture on my phone and can barely see fucking past certain long. I'm just saying a picture.
Well, the Rocky Mountains are really big, though.
Yeah, they are. I agree. Yes.
I'm glad. I was worried for a moment.
But what I'm saying is like you say with the most powerful telescopes, have you used the most powerful telescope, or are you taking word of people that's used one and said that they've done it, and have they done it?
I would take the no. You're right. I have not gone up to Pikes Peak with the most powerful telescope and looked out to see if I see Chicago. You're right.
Yeah, but in theory, you shouldn't need to.
In
Well,
theory,
I
but
could
at the same,
I could see like my eyesight or binoculars not good enough to see like one city or a building, but it does bring the question from Chicago looking westward, no mountains. You can even stand. Or how about this? Mount Whitney, the tallest mountain in the continental United States, is in California. It's in the middle of Sierra Nevadas. It's also a 14er. It's 14,000 feet plus above sea level, and even though it's in California, standing at the peak of that, you can't see the ocean. Like
saying-
you can't miss the ocean, right?
No,
Like,
no, I
it's
agree.
It's
I
the
agree.
backdrop like
I
that.
agree. But but you say it's above sea level, right?
Yeah, so which means that there's nothing tall enough to impede your vision of it standing at that peak from the ocean, which is only a few hundred miles that way.
But what about
Well,
clouds?
the
and
human
stuff?
eye can only
No, I'm saying
see
on a
what
I'm saying on a clear day.
3 miles.
I'm saying on a clear day.
On a
Well,
clear day.
that's okay. Hold on, real quick. Shelby, you say that real quick.
The human eye can only see 3 miles.
How can then? How the,
Why?
That's not true. That's not true because literally, I could see out, and when I was doing my job, it was up to it was either 7 to 10 miles, something like that. A, B. If I couldn't, then how in the hell do you see stars or the moon?
Good question.
Are
There's nothing. Well,
Good question.
There's
Good
nothing.
question.
That is a
There's
good
nothing
question.
in between me and the moon, but there is maybe something in between Mount Whitney and the coast. It might be the horizon.
I'm saying we're talking about light, and then we're talking about places that.
So you're
light are
telling me
reflect-
the moon and the stars
Okay.
are closer than we think? That's what you're telling me?
No,
no,
I'm
we can
saying
see
that
it.
we can see thousands upon. You can see very
No.
far away.
No, I believe that, but we're talking. I feel like all right with the moon and the stars. We're talking about light projected. We can see light projected better than we can see stuff that light is projecting.
Okay,
light
but
well,
on.
sure.
if you get technical, the reason you can see anything is because of light.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
no. He's saying things that produce light versus things that just reflect
Ah,
light. But
yes.
the moon doesn't produce light. It also just reflects light.
Yeah, exactly.
You
So
see
I
the moon.
agree with that. I agree
Yeah,
with that.
you can see the moon for the same reason you can see all the stuff in your room.
That's what gets me too. Like, no, this is a whole conundrum. I'm not for the flat Earth or against it. I'm confused because I still don't understand how you can see the sun shine. I mean, the moon lit up in the day when the sun's shining. You can still see the moon, and it's supposedly only to shine. That confuses the shit out of me till this day.
in
And I'm
terms
34
of
years old.
in terms of the flat Earth debate, I have a very unpopular take that I've had people on both sides disagree with me on, so I want to get your
Uh-huh.
opinion on it. Right?
Okay.
Classic flat Earth thing, right? People go to the beach and they look out at the ocean, and they see sea. it's flat, right? But I feel like every time I've been to the beach, doesn't matter which beach, if it's the Atlantic, if it's the Gulf of Mexico, if it's the Pacific, and I look out across the ocean, it would appear to me that the center of the horizon is higher up than the right and the left. Like when I look out at the ocean, I almost see it kind of curve upwards. Like that. I don't know if that's because I'm biased, but I don't know. When you guys
No.
like stand at the beach and look out on the ocean, does it look flat to you, or does it look like it curves? Like
No,
the middle
it
is higher than
does.
the sides.
I agree, it does. But in my mind is that just an illusion from our eyes with the light reflected? Like
Mm.
over
Right,
different
yeah.
time you have shadows. Over different areas you have shadows. So like say I'm off say I'm about 200 to 300 yards away, and there's somebody. I'm 200. Say I'm 300 yards away from somebody's house. I play golf, right?
Mhm.
I'm 300 yards away from somebody's house, and I'm worried about them seeing my dick because I gotta whip it out to piss.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm just like, man, I can clearly see their house. I think they can see me, but at the
Can they
same
see my
time,
dick?
yeah, they can see my dick. But there's also this saying: if you can't see someone's nose from that far away, they can't see your dick.
Sure.
That's a saying.
That's the
What?
saying. If you
What?
can't see, if they can't see your nose,
Never
That's
heard
if
of
you
that.
can't see their nose, they can't see your dick.
Come on, guys. That's just classic outdoor pissing etiquette.
But I'm
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But this is just
They
I
haven't-
feel like that's an optical illusion for you.
Like,
It's just a bunch of questions
like
because
I'm peeing in this park and there's people around. Okay, could they see my nose right now? Probably not. I think I'm good.
yeah. Well, if you can't see their nose, they can't see your dick.
What?
If you can't see their nostrils, they can't see your dick.
I don't. But all dicks aren't created equal, sir.
They're not. But at the same time,
Neither,
But
neither
you
are all
assume that-
noses. Neither are all noses.
they're not all nose.
It's
But they're in
it's
the,
on
they're in the
average. It's on average.
But at the same time, you don't have somebody with a 9-inch nose. They're usually fucking. They're in a fucking. They're usually in a fucking similar range. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a saying. That's a saying. If you can't see their nose, they can't see your dick.
I never heard that.
I guess I learned something new today.
But I'm just saying the thing with our eyes that what we can see, like, and I would like to be able to use the world's strongest telescope and look at something far away and see if I can see it, because I know there's places that I visited when I was younger. I think it was like in Tennessee
Mhm.
that you can go at a certain point that you can. I want to say Tennessee. I could be wrong. I was so young. I haven't left the Southeast, and don't judge me for this. And that's why I stay on the fence, because I have no legitimacy on any of this, because I never left the southeastern of the United States. The furthest I've been is Tennessee, North Carolina, and west I've been. It was Louisiana. That's the furthest I've been. But there's a certain point that I want to say in Tennessee that you can get up and then you can look in this telescope that they got. And you're supposed to be able to see the four corners of Utah and shit like that from that area.
Tennessee.
I want to say that I could be wrong, but that's what they say. You can see the four corners from Tennessee.
Tucker, I don't know about that one, Bo.
I promise you.
Listen. I believe you that that's what they claim. I'm just disputing whether or not that's possible.
That exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what throws me for a loop. That's why I stay on the fence.
So
Or it's like
hold
one
on.
of those old funny sayings. Does not mean to be taken literal.
A rhetorical.
Like when someone
I'm a-
says, they can sell ketchup popsicles to a woman in white lacy gloves, kind of thing. You never heard that?
No, I have.
You sell
But
ice to
dang.
an Eskimo.
But I'm just saying, like it's been a long time since I visited there. But that's one of the. I'm gonna say it might have been in Ruby Falls. Where's Ruby Falls at?
I know where that's at. Fuck, that's we've been there.
Look up Tennessee. It's in Tennessee.
It's in
Yeah, Chattanooga.
Yeah, it's right by
Ruby
Chattanooga.
Falls. Yeah.
All right, so I just pulled up the data because
Okay.
this is my job. Four Corners is 1,300 miles from Ruby Falls, Tennessee.
Yeah,
It is just over 1,000 miles from the closest part of Tennessee.
That's what they claim that you can see from the little telescope thing that they have at the top of Ruby Falls, that you can see the Four Corners.
Well, they also used to say that you can see the Great Wall of China from space, but that's not fucking true either. Not even remotely. Not even remotely.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not.
What about
Kelsey's
Great Barrier
muted right
Reef?
now.
What?
You're muted, right?
You can see the Great Barrier Reef from space.
I know. I was eating.
Okay,
Yeah, you
that's
can see
fine.
the Great Barrier Reef from space. It's because the Great Barrier Reef is way bigger than the Great Wall of China. Like, the Great Wall of China is long, but from space it's this fucking thin, right? Like,
Yeah.
they would be like, it's the width of a road. You can't see individual roads from space.
No, you can't.
You know?
Unless you got Google Maps and you use.
But the Great Barrier Reef is like bigger than most countries.
It's just one of them things. It's just counteracting shit over the lifespan of like some of the stuff that we learn. It's just like, so you learn this. Like, I visited Ruby Falls and they tell you this, and then then you make the statement, hey, even with the strongest telescope in the world, you can't see this far. And it's just like, well, they tell you this. It's just like, I don't know.
Listen,
I'm on the fence. I'm right here, bro. I'm not flat Earth. I'm not
as skeptical as I am never going to defend the school system or the information it
No,
gives the children.
I'm not.
There are so many things that I learned from public school that very, very quickly found out right away, like, that's not true. For
Yeah.
example, I remember when I was in 3rd grade and in social studies, they told us that Martin Luther King was shot by a really mean racist guy.
Yeah,
That's
right.
Not what happened.
Not what happened.
So, that
No.
might have been the FBI.
Oh, damn.
No, it
Said that in the textbook. It was like Martin Luther King was
He
assassinated.
died in the hospital a few days later, didn't he?
I thought he died in the hotel, or not the
No,
in
he
the
died
hotel.
in the
Right,
hospital.
on the
The
Is it-
point
balcony.
is that the point is that he wasn't assassinated by a racist. He was assassinated by a federal agent. This
Yeah.
is known. It's on Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's like and
Yeah,
he didn't die
Wikipedia.
right away. It's almost like Disney World. You're not going to die there. They're going to resuscitate you and then till you get you off site and pronounce you dead when you get to the hospital.
No shit, dude.
You're not going to die on site, bro.
No, absolutely
No.
not.
I'm gonna step away for a second. I'll be right back.
Unless you're JFK. They shot that dude in the head, bro. Y'all
They
seen
did.
that? Freaking, yeah, that shit.
Yes,
that's crazy.
I did hear the news that JFK got shot. I was very tragic.
That shit was crazy.
It's crazy when I heard about it. I was like, really?
You said JFK?
Yeah. You didn't hear what
Yeah.
happened to JFK, Kelsey?
You mean the one that was killed before I was born?
Oh, good. I'm glad you heard. I was worried there for a second.
Sorry, the crunching of my eating shrimp was I was like, I don't see the sarcasm. I was like, wait a second. Y'all did that well. You passed.
Wow.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, his head. So it's just that second shot, bro. It looks like an apple exploding.
JFK's driver shot him in the head with a down.
Yeah, that's what I'm
The
saying.
driver?
They got his ass,
Yeah,
bro.
the driver. It did it. It was like
the
it was
driver
like
shot his ass.
it was
Yeah.
like a pneumatic
see the
gun.
release?
It wasn't even
Yeah.
a real gun. It was like
What
a,
the
Yeah, they
fuck
released
are
the
you
real
talking
footage.
about?
it was a
Yeah,
special
they released
CS.
real footage, bro.
It's a
Yeah.
special CIA
I've seen
gun.
the
that they
footage.
had.
He didn't.
That was
The driver did not
that was
shoot him
Tucker.
in the head.
Yeah, they
Yes,
did.
yes, they did. They shot him in the driver shot him in the head.
There is this alleged lore that the official footage that everybody's seen is doctored to make it look like the driver always face forward. I have heard about this before.
It is,
I don't know that it's true. I don't know that it's true. It's just something I've heard.
So there's the footage that I saw that recently, and I was like, oh, this is pretty crazy. Right before the second time that he got shot, and his head exploded, he got hit, and then his wife held him. It's like, what the fuck's going on?
How else would his head explode that fucking that bad, bro?
But
it had to be close as fuck, bro.
It wasn't even the second shot. You see the driver, either the driver or the passenger. I can't remember. And
Whoa. Oh, I don't know that Oh, sorry, Kelsey froze, and then he time jumped again. I don't know that it's fair to say that the gun needed to be
No, I
that
just- I
close
stopped.
for his
I
head to
stopped.
explode. Like big
it wasn't
rifles.
even. Yeah, it
Long
wasn't even
range
a
rifles
gun.
will fucking no.
Oh, they
like,
will.
Like,
Yeah,
long range rifles will split a skull like that. At that
no,
distance.
they will. They will, especially a 50 cal. But that wasn't even a 50 cal that they alleged that what's his name did. They were saying that was a
But you
close
telling me
range.
that suspect, that Oswald dude, really had that fucking skill to do that.
John Wilkes Oswald.
Yeah,
What?
you really think he had that
You're
skill?
mixing John Wilkes Booth with fucking Oswald?
Well, Oswald, whatever his name
That was
is,
a test. You passed.
Hey.
Ah! You
I
talking
got
about
the-
Abraham Lincoln and fucking John
Yeah.
Kennedy? Ah!
Well, see, yeah, no, I could never confuse Abraham Lincoln and John F. Kennedy because John F. Kennedy wasn't black.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's redheaded. All the gingers are black now.
Man.
I got ginger in me, but am I mixed race now?
What? Wait, all the gingers are black now?
No.
Yeah,
You haven't heard
I
about the
just
new
said it.
meme thing that's going around? You heard about
Yeah.
the new viral?
No, what was this in the news?
The
Yeah,
new
no,
meme,
no,
or
no.
the new viral
Really?
thing?
They posted
That makes me quarter, right?
So-
I got red in my beard.
So apparently, all gingers are black
Supposedly-
now, and because
Oh.
they've experienced the same oppression that black people have, and it's recognized by the black community. And so if you're ginger, you're black now, and there's a whole thing is like, so is it? Can you call them gingers since it's a hard R, or is it gingers?
I have
You
a
rearrange
question.
those letters. You rearrange what letters of ginger, and what does that spell?
Dude, that's a good point, but I have a question. Can someone
Shoot,
fill me
I'll
in
allow
on Can someone fill me in on the history? I don't want to overstep, I want to be woke. I want to be sensitive, right? I don't want to get canceled, right? But I was just curious if someone could educate me on the history of when the gingers were enslaved.
So they were when they came over. They came over
Irish?
to the America. So when they came over to the
Dude,
Americas,
Samson shit.
can I finish? All right. So when the Irish came over to the Americas, there was newspaper clippings and everything, giving them saying, "Hey, there's great jobs to be had in America, and you come overseas and you come to America, you can get great jobs." So when they came to America, the Irish, they were enslaved by the Italians as soon as they came over into the New York area.
I saw Gangs of New York. That's not what happened. They stabbed each other a bunch of times instead.
Not by the
I
Italians.
saw that movie. Yeah, the Italians and the Irish just stabbed each other the whole movie. That's what the movie's about. Gangs of New York.
No, I'm saying the Italians were not the ones. They were not, or they're the oppressors. There may have been an Italian man, but it wasn't a group of Italians oppressing.
And it's not
Irish
like they kept like sending boats back to Ireland to grab more and bring them over so that way we could like plow the fields. Mamma mia.
What do you
Well,
mean
no,
plow
no,
the
there
field?
was- there
What do
was-
you mean
there
plow
was-
the field? You told me they picked cotton. It was the lightest fucking produce in there. So like,
They were picking cotton in Manhattan. They were picking cotton
no,
in New York.
you're comparing to you saying, oh, they didn't get them to plow fields. Then, like,
Slaves
saying-
did more things than just pick cotton. They did all the
Yeah,
jobs that
yeah,
people
exactly.
didn't want to fucking do. They
Irish-
like washed the
the-
dishes and shit.
the Irish were oppressed too when they came to the Americas.
Well, they certainly were oppressed, but I don't know if there was ever an era where like we made the Irish use their own bathroom.
Look, Carlos. It's 2025 and I'm black. Get over it, all right?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Please forgive me. Don't cancel me. I will do whatever you need. I'm a supporter. I'm an ally. I'll do
There's
it.
a
Tell
lot-
me
there's-
about my struggle,
There's a
my
lot.
oppression.
There's a lot of people that would think that when they use their own bathrooms, they had it. They rather use their own fucking bathrooms. They weren't oppressed at that time.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'll get the GLM bumper sticker. The Ginger Lives Matter. Like I'll do whatever. I'm not.
It says they were on the Hispanics.
I want to be on the right side of history.
It's red in the head, red in the heart.
Yeah. Can't fail.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't feel. It's cool.
I don't believe in none of that shit. I don't give a fuck none of that shit. I'm done with all the slavery shit.
All
Kel-
I
None
do
of
is
these, none of
some
these
chick
people.
went viral for saying, like some black chick went viral for saying, redheaded are black. They all black. That's all
Oh,
I
I
do.
believe it. I believe it. I mean, people will say fucking anything today. Kelsey and I were talking about race mixing the other day, and we were talking about
Hell yeah.
what do you think the rarest crossbreed of two humans is on the planet?
It would probably be a monkey and a human.
No, I mean like
Like, there's only fucking one race that we know. Like that's why I'm giving. I don't. This is what I don't understand about this whole race
What
debate.
is this happening? No
There's
hesitation.
only two races.
no.
no.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
That's
That's not what I'm
fucking-
saying. Like you ever meet someone who's like, oh yeah, my mom's Brazilian and my dad's Japanese, and you're like, how the fuck did that happen? You know?
There's not even a race. I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. That we gonna get on a whole debate about this. I don't understand the whole race debate. We're all the same race. We're the human race.
Beige power. I'm all about it. Let's all
Yeah.
blend together.
We're all the same race. We're human
I
race.
want my children to have a great tan.
Like we have
Okay.
different. We
Okay,
just-
okay. But for example, the different classically defined racial groups, like I know it's something from the old world that doesn't really matter anymore. It's like some of them have like different stats, right? Like some of them can digest dairy and some of them can't. I can't digest dairy. You know, that sounds cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Shelby
Right?
can't either. Shelby's lactose intolerant. It used to be when
Damn.
he was little. Or
I used to be, yeah.
But see, that's what gets me. So
when he was a
you
baby.
can, Carlos, you can have say 5 or 6 people the same genealogy or
With the same
Uh-huh.
genome.
geno as you, all right?
Uh-huh.
And then 3
Geno.
of y'all can't digest dairy, and the other
Uh-huh.
3 can't. Are y'all different races?
No.
Exactly. We're
But
all
that is
human
a-
race.
Well, yeah, but there are like racial reasons for why certain people can digest.
There's no
meals
such
and
thing
certain
as
people
race,
can't.
man. We're all the human race. We just
I'm
have different
black,
things.
Turk.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I thought Kelsey was black.
Exactly. I was just saying. That's what I'm saying. It's all stupid. It's stupid as fuck. It's all dumb as fuck. The race
Calling
shit
my
is
black hair
stupid.
is stupid.
No, we're human beings. We're all human race.
I
That's our
know.
race.
I know, but what's the rarest flavor of human?
Someone mixed with a fucking animal.
I say Egyptian and Japanese.
I would say fucking. I would say Sasquatch.
You
Yeah.
can't have a baby with a Sasquatch.
Well,
man.
you ever seen Barnum and Bailey? They had the fucking little
No, because they're
fucking
dead.
the Barnum and Bailey's is covered in fucking fur.
Bro,
You
I
talking
Googled
about
That's a
it.
everybody?
genetic. That's a genetic condition. They all come from the same family. They live in
Yeah, okay.
Mexico.
Then but they. This is what gets me about the race thing. I don't understand the race thing. We're all human race. We're one race. We're the human race. But
And
they say
yet-
there's different races. There's not different races. There's different cultures. There's different blood genomes.
Did you have different butt? Yeah.
There's different
Excuse
there's different
me.
DNA that
Excuse
makes you change
me.
up.
Excuse me.
Okay.
What about some people, like was it like 10% of the population, have Neanderthal?
Yeah.
That's
It's a lot
Neanderthal.
more than it's a lot more than 10%. It's a lot more than 10%.
Looking at that.
There's different species and
It's
race
mostly-
of human.
It's mostly people from Europe.
Yeah, like in the Normandy area.
There's another ancient race of hominid that went extinct called the Denisovians that were found
Yeah,
in Asia.
that's a different race. That's
But
a
most
different
people,
race.
in Asia have a bunch of Denisovian DNA, and a bunch of people in Europe have a bunch of Neanderthal DNA.
It's
Doesn't
possible
that make
one of us.
doesn't that
we have
doesn't
it,
that make
yeah.
them a little
Yeah.
genetically distinct, right? Like they have different.
Yeah,
bone
no, I
structures
agree
and-
with that. I agree with that. That would be a different race genetically.
So if you
But-
find out someone genetically has Denisovian in them, do you look down on them?
I don't
Do you look a
down
little
on them.
lower or do you look a
No,
little
I
higher?
don't look. No, I would look however
About the
how
same.
they. I would look however how they conceive with that protruding headline. That
Well,
they
we
have.
know Asians are
Hey,
tall.
hey,
So.
hey, does their head curve? Does the head curve when you see over them?
No, they can't. They
No,
don't even
okay.
need to wear hats because their fucking forehead covers up the sun.
Oh my! Now we're getting racist.
That's not something I've ever heard about Asians.
I didn't even
talking
know. Yeah,
about-
I didn't know they had big foreheads.
I was talking about the Neanderthals.
Oh, we were talking about
Oh.
Denisovians.
Uh,
Bro,
thought we
you
were talking about
potentially
them.
have Neanderthal in you.
oh no, I do. Have you seen my dick?
Thankfully, no, I haven't.
That's why it's nose.
I don't.
That's where he gets the nose comparison from. It's a nose-sized unit, so it's
It's an old Neanderthal saying.
If you can't see their nose, they can't see your dick.
But I'll tell you, what is the compare? What does a Neanderthal dick mean? Does that mean it's bigger or is it short and curved? What are we saying
I
here?
don't
It's the
know.
same-
I
it's
was
the
just
same-
wondering.
No, I think it's the same size on average. It's just a completely different shape.
It's a corkscrew.
Yeah,
It's
like
upside down.
it's like a raccoon penis. It's got a bone in it.
Oh God, that's terrible, man. I'm sorry you
sorry.
had that.
It gives
yeah,
a whole
sorry
new
you're going
meaning
through
to a
that, man.
boner.
So, what is race, Turkey? Tell us more.
It's a myth created by the man to separate us and make us fight each other.
I think so. I agree.
What's race spelled backwards?
E-car.
E-car.
I fucking checkmate.
Checkmate.
Dude.
E-card.
Checkmate.
Damn.
I'm just saying, if we have these little different factors, and on top of it, those are just the subspecies, not subspecies, excuse me, extinct species of human that we know about. There are other
Yeah.
smaller ones, by the way. Other
No,
different ones that are
I
less
agree.
known.
If we're talking about races and stuff, and y'all believe in aliens and shit, what about a freaking reptilian and a
You
gray
said,
together?
whoa.
Well, what I'm saying is, with the,
Whoa.
I feel like with the
What is that?
homo-
Y'all believe in aliens? What do you
If
know
we're-
about me?
if we're all so
No,
those
what,
so if everyone
all of us.
he's breaking up. You're breaking up.
Hey, he's caressing that right now.
All I'm saying is, if we're supposedly all Homo sapiens, right? That
Okay.
compound we're Homo sapiens. Would you agree? Would you agree that you work with a quote unquote black individual at work? He's a Homo sapien.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that I work with a black individual. I'm just gonna say I work with a guy, right?
I work with a guy that's black. He considers
Okay.
himself black.
All right. Let me throw something at you. All the dog breeds are all the same species. It's all Canis familiaris. They can
Yes.
all interbreed. They're all dogs.
Yes.
Yet we sure do go through a lot of fucking trouble to distinguish all these dog breeds. People keep asking me what breed my dog is. I'm like, I don't know. She is one.
Yeah,
Like, I don't
but
know.
it's not different races. They're just a different breed. Like we're different breed of humans. We're not different races.
I think dog breeds
are-
and races are analogous to each other. I think the races
So
of
what
humans are
word's
like.
better, race or breed?
I feel like when you start referring to other races as breeds, then people start getting really mad at you. So I think that's probably
Yeah,
why
like
we
hey,
don't use that
I'm
word.
breeding
No, I
this.
think
You know what I'm saying?
I think they should use breed because they.
You think so?
I think
I'm
they
a
should
rare
use-
breed.
I
I'm a
think
Carlos,
rare
Carlos,
breed.
I'm a Mexican breed.
I think we should. I
I'm
think
a
we should
fuck-
use. I think we should use the word breed instead of race because
I'm down with that.
I feel like that would be better. It would be like
Sounds dehumanizing.
I'm half bred black
And they
African
call it,
American or half bred
magnificent.
I'm half because they used to use
You're
the term.
a mutt turkey.
If you
No,
if you
I have a
start-
bunch.
If you
I
start
can bring my
describing your
genealogy.
parents as like I'm half breed black, I'm half breed white, that makes it sound like someone made you, like in a kennel. Like someone like took your parents together and
Just
put them together for the
they
sole
just had a-
purpose of trying to make you.
No,
Yeah,
well,
they
they, if, in
They
a
just
sense they
gangbanged her in a
did.
kennel.
In a sense, they did make me in a kennel. It was probably in some fucking trailer park in a down back room. It was basically probably a kennel that I was made in.
It was just a puppy mill full of a bunch of little turks.
Yeah, it
running
was
around.
it was a puppy mill. I'm just saying. Look. I could bring up my genealogy. I'll get it on Ancestry.
If you ever see Turkey's
Oh,
brother,
dude.
I believe it.
I love
If you
talking
ever
about
see
genealogy.
If you ever see Turkey's brother, they look nothing alike.
Nothing. My brother's 6'3", 215 pounds. I am 320 pounds, 5'11".
You ain't no 5'11", boy. You like 5'9". Stop.
I'm 5'10". All right, give me that, motherfucker. Damn,
Deal,
just
no deal.
Give me that one
Why you
fucking
gonna
inch.
lie?
It doesn't matter. When I wear cowboy boots, I'm 6 foot, motherfucker. Give me that shit. Nobody fucking. You
What
can't
you can't-
eyeball.
Why are you
you
lying
can't-
about it in the first place? You married.
You can't. You can't eyeball fucking 6 foot.
Yes,
Are
you
you-
can because I'm 6 foot.
It doesn't matter. You can't eyeball that
You
shit.
ain't my. I'm taller than you, Turk. I've always been taller.
You have been taller than me, but if I'm standing on the curb and you're standing below me, I'm taller than you.
Yeah, I
Are you
guess
sa-
so.
Are
I
you
guess
saying
you
you're
get up on that mountain? You 14,000 foot tall.
Yeah, I'm 14,000 foot
But
tall.
you
Where
come
my
down, you still 5'9".
are you
I'm
saying
not
your
5'9".
boots add 2 inches?
Ooh, you got a heel on
She's
them.
got
It's like
the
an inch and a half.
platforms.
Yeah, like you.
Goddamn, Turk. I gotta
I
see
know,
you
I
in
was
these-
like, holy shit, dude! You wearing them fucking Ron DeSantis shoes, man?
Bro, the next time I see you in person, you wearing these boots, and me and you are eye to eye, I may laugh myself to death. I may piss my pants out. Or, I know Carlos don't know him. You come in and you're Ronnie Black's height. I'm gonna freak the fuck out. 6'5".
All right. So my genealogy, this is where my genealogy comes from. That's what it says in my origin is from Northern Ireland, Scotland, United Kingdom, England, Wales,
You white breed.
Belgium, Netherlands.
You just do a 23andMe.
No, I did Ancestry.
I did that too. I like
Plymouth.
mine. I like looking at mine.
Yeah. Wales, like I said, Wales, England, Jersey. I guess it'd be the before
Guernsey.
New Guernsey, Jersey. Yeah, Guernsey and Jersey. So you know they got a
That
New
French?
Jersey. No, that's it's right above France. It's at the border of France and England.
You got anything in there that's not in Europe?
Are you all
no.
white bread?
Yeah, it says
All
Denmark.
white bread,
It shows-
mixed
it shows- that's what it says. It's all from that area.
Oh, we
Hey.
got a pure breed.
I got a pure breed.
Hey, he was a torn rag. Just
I'm a
shipped-
fucking
shipped off.
fucking Viking, cuz
You're fucking.
I'm from Denmark, Netherlands, Northern France, England, United Kingdom, Wales, Northern Ireland, and Scotland. I'm
You're
a
a
fucking
fucking-
Viking.
You're a fucking specimen, brother. You're the final solution, man.
I'm the final fucking solution. I'm the great white
Your
hope.
great ancestors. Your great
Hitler would've loved
ancestors
you.
were Vikings and freaking what? Like
I'm the
Hitler would
great.
love you.
gatherers.
I'm the great white hope.
Well, we're.
Oh yeah, we
that's funny
did.
you
We
say
did
that.
get a new pope, didn't we? We got a new pope, didn't we?
We did. He's from the
A
United
new
States.
American pope. Yeah.
He's from Chicago, and he's
Yeah,
got bloodline
he's from Chicago. His name's like Barack Obama or something.
Yeah. Supposedly he's. I don't know what his fucking name is. I think it's all a fucking
They
joke.
call him Leo.
I don't understand why we pay attention to the fucking Pope. I thought we fucking left fucking England in 1776 and declared the fucking
You
independence.
left in
It was-
1776.
I'm just saying we declared independence from them in 1776, and we still give a fuck about fucking the
That's-
Queen of
that-
England
that-
and the
that's-
Pope.
Well, the Vatican isn't in England.
No,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I don't know why we give a fuck about that shit. Fuck the
one's a re-
Vatican.
one's religion and the other's a country.
It doesn't matter. Why do we give a fuck about that shit?
So you think everyone should have became like atheists the moment?
No, I'm not saying everyone get what do you mean religion? The last fucking Pope fucking believed.
You realize the Pope is
I'm not
only
even-
relevant in Catholicism, and then Protestant is
Yeah, they
without
don't
a
think
Pope.
about the Pope. They don't think about.
I
the Pope at all.
don't give a fuck about what they got to fucking think. They choose a new. I don't give a fuck what they got to fucking think. Like, it's a whole thing. The Pope died. Thank God
There's
he
a
fucking
lot-
died.
There's a lot of Catholics. There's a lot of American
Yeah.
Catholics, sir.
Who gives a fuck? I don't care. I don't give a flying fuck that they choose a new Pope. And they choose him by putting smoke signals in there. Who the fuck are we calling?
They've been doing that for like thousands of years, man.
Exactly. Ain't shit changed. It's going downhill.
Except when
Ain't
the Pope
shit-
dies.
Yeah, when the Pope dies, they're like, oh shit, he fucking died. Yeah, he was fucking old.
Yeah.
Look, they're so fucking. I can't believe he died. What do you mean? He was 96 years old.
Are you?
No
He
one
was
said.
90 He was 96. Oh man, the Pope died. What are we gonna do? Get another one. Get another fucking pedophile. I don't know.
When's the first black pope?
Dude,
That's not going to happen. I'm
it's
sorry.
gonna be Michelle. It's gonna be
I was thinking
Michael
about that the
Obama.
other day. I was like, we've never had a black pope. Like,
No.
I know
There was,
Catholicism.
there was one in the
never-
running, right?
Basically, it's sexist. You never have a woman pope. However, why don't we have a black pope? Catholicism is strong in a lot of northern Africa.
You want to know? You want to know how rigged it's been? Every single pope for the last like 400 years has been Italian, except for the last 4. Right? John Paul was Polish, and then Benedict was German, and then Francis was from Argentina, and this one's from the United States. So the first 4 popes who weren't Italian in almost the entire history of the fucking church. They had always rigged the vote to make sure an Italian was pope forever.
I thought it was
So
funny
it's a
until last-
miracle that they even let black people in the fucking building, dude. Like,
And Turk
Like-
don't give a fuck about none of it.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
here,
So-
here,
Fuck about you damn-
So
Here,
you're
Turk.
Go
ahead.
Turk, listen to my genealogy. Look at this mixed bag, right?
Okay.
All right, we gotta look at percentages, right? Pie charts. 60% European. I'm Spanish, right?
Uh-huh.
30% Native American. 2% Black. 1.5% Middle Eastern. I am the mutt of mutts.
Where's the 2% at black? It's not in your
It's the
pants,
top.
is it?
No. It's just like right here, and then like just one of my teeth.
Okay.
It's like a very small smidge. I can say. So it says I'm 2.1% black, so I'm allowed to say 2.1% of the N word, which
Yeah.
really just means I get to like put my tongue up against the back of my teeth, and I have to stop.
And
That makes-
No,
that makes
that's too far. I can't make any noise. It's just tongue up against the back of the teeth. I don't want to.
That makes sense. That makes sense with the Spanish and Native American because
Yeah.
the Spanish raped the Native Americans and,
And-
made
and-
Mexicans.
And because now
They
that
did.
I'm officially black, I can say the whole word. I just choose not to.
You're like Professor Xavier choosing not to.
I
Walk
just
so
do
he
it in the
doesn't know he's
shower.
Hey, Kelsey likes to write it down if he needs to say it sometime.
Yeah, I'll just show
He
it.
just
Hey,
writes it
it
down.
release-
I'll fold
it
that and put it in my
release
pocket. No one else can see that.
No, I just don't. I don't even like with the whole Vatican shit, with all the shit that they cover up.
What
And,
are you? But Turk, what are you asking though? Like do you
I'm
want
not-
us to? Are we trying to repress Catholicism?
I'm not trying to repress Catholicism. If we're gonna
Catholicism?
you're gonna make me fucking tongue tied tonight. I'm not trying to repress
I'm
it. I don't give a
not
fuck
trying to make
about
you
it.
tongue tied. That's
You're trying-
the word.
No,
Trying
I'm
to
just
trick
saying
me with all these big words.
the Vatican has been fucking covering up shit for fucking thousands of
Okay,
years. They're just
Turk,
a
I
bunch
gotta-
of fucking pedophiles.
I gotta ask you a question. Okay, Turk, if you had to rank them, right, what is your least favorite religion on the planet?
My least favorite religion. My least, I would probably have to say, people that worship the devil. I would have to say
Satanic
that
people?
first, huh?
Satanic people.
Yeah, satanic.
least favorite.
My least favorite. Next would be, I don't,
Illuminati.
I don't care for the whole.
That's
I definitely don't give a fuck about the damn fucking Pope and all that shit. I could give a fuck about all that. I definitely could. But so Catholicism, I guess so. Yeah, like how can hold on? Here we go. It would probably be fucking Satanism and Catholicism. How the fuck can you can go out and then you do whatever the fuck you want, but you can go into a Catholic church and go into a wooden fucking little booth and you go in and be like, Lord, forgive me for my sins. You give 12 Bloody Marys. I got to pay a bunch of money, and I'm forgive for all my fucking sins.
It's
Yeah,
Hail
that-
Marys. Blood
Hail
Marys.
Marys,
is a
blood,
drink.
yeah, but you drink them afterwards.
I'm gonna sit here and drink mixed drinks with the preacher.
Forgive me,
Well, what
Father, I
I'm-
have sinned. That'll be
for-
6 Bloody Marys for you. Pour this man a drink.
Damn, I love this God. I love this God.
Hey, Terry, go in there and say, "Hey,
It's a
Pastor, we need
fucking
to talk."
joke. It's a fucking
We need to
joke. They
talk.
all claim to be godly people, but all they do is fucking sin. Like everybody that's Catholic, all they do is fuck all the fucking time. They have an ass of fucking kids. Like they're
Wow.
not Catholic. They don't believe in fucking religion. They believe in doing what the fuck they want and then fucking ask for forgiveness in a church and pay money. You don't get forgiveness from the Lord by giving money. That's a
So you
fake
know like
fucking
the mega
religion.
churches too, huh? Church,
Huh?
Which are
the
Protestant.
mega churches.
Yeah, a lot of the mega churches do. The Mormons are take it one step further. Whoever's in charge of the Mormon church at any given moment, did you know they get to add commandments? The Mormons never stopped at the 10 commandments. They're at like 97 or something. They add a new commandment every few years whenever they feel like it.
It's like
Yeah.
fucking NFL.
More
Keep
going
changing
to
the
baseball now.
Fucking Mormons just keep changing the rules. It's fucking NFL. Hey, we don't like the way you tackle. We don't like the way you foot. Well, like
Thou
Catholicism-
shalt not. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because black people weren't allowed into the Mormon church up until relatively recently.
Yeah,
And,
because they're trying to increase their fucking the
Yeah.
BYU.
Yeah, it's because their numbers are getting down.
Yeah, they're trying to make BYU stronger in the damn college football.
College,
Yeah.
it's all about the college football.
Yeah, it is about college
It's
all
football.
the
about-
NIL deals.
Yeah, it's the NIL deals. They allow black people into BYU, then they can fucking strengthen their forces.
You know you
Hey,
can go to
Turkey, that's how the money launder.
No,
you
they
know
just,
you know you can go to BYU and not be Mormon, right?
yeah, exactly. But they want to get the black breed into it now. They already
Well,
know
see, that
about
sounds worse. That sounds worse.
Dude, I'm gonna be real. It felt like I was driving. That felt like I was going down the road at 90 miles an hour and there was a fucking speed bump in the highway. Like that's what it said like when you said that.
The
it.
black
Yeah, because it's
breed.
not black race, it's black breed. They're like, look, we can't compete. We might as well let them join. They started recently allowing Hawaiians in there. Look it down, Puka Nakua.
Are you talking about being Mormon, or are you talking about the NFL?
I'm
or
talking
college?
about BYU. That's a Mormon college. It's a Brigham Young University.
But you don't have to be Mormon to go into college.
Exactly. It's
Then what's the
DEI
point?
integrating. What?
What's the point if you're letting people who aren't Mormon go to BYU?
Exactly. If you inbreed, you
Are they
inbreed,
trying
then
to? They're trying to
Mormon.
fuck. They're trying to
Wait,
fuck the
wait.
Pacific Islanders and the black people. is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
Yeah.
Then they can have a loophole and be like, they're not Mormon. No, my Mormon sister had sex with a Islander and they had a baby. He can go to down BYU now and he becomes
You don't-
Puka Nakoya.
You don't have to be Mormon to go to BYU.
But it makes better for their conscience. They have sex and they're like, hey, they're strengthening their forces. Look, that's where Hitler went wrong. He
I'm
thought he was
pretty
gonna make
sure-
he
hey.
thought he was gonna make Hitler thought he was gonna make the master race, and he was like, fuck all black people. But he went wrong. The Mormons was like, bet we're going to fuck them, and then we'll strengthen our forces and the Islanders, and we're gonna strengthen the damn Mormonism, and we're gonna have a mixed race or breed, and we're gonna be stronger.
I don't.
Can I get that tattooed across my chest?
The other
Where-
thing,
Where Hitler went wrong is he says he was trying to build a master race and he said, fuck all black people.
and and the Mormons were like, all right, we were with that, but he made a mistake.
Yeah, yeah,
He had a good idea. He just didn't
He had
go
a
about
good
it the right
idea.
way.
he had a good idea. He had a
This
good
is,
idea.
he
He
said
did
this
it
is
wrong.
our final solution, right?
Our final solution. Yeah,
But here's
Hitler's
the thing.
Hitler's at the Olympics like, "Err."
he was very pissed at the Olympics that the Americans was like,
And the Mormons
hey,
were taking notes.
at the Olympics, the Americans was like, "We'll use our slaves. They're faster than yours."
What about Scientologists? Did you guys ever become a Scientologist?
If
It
I
might
can
be-
make
No.
millions, like down Tom Cruise, maybe.
He's probably not making any money from the church. He's probably giving them money. You're probably not going to make any money, but it might be really fun. It
He
might
can
be
live
really
forever.
fun.
Hold the phone. You see, you're telling me you're so anti-Catholicism, but Scientology, maybe.
Yeah. Well, at least Tom. Look, when's the last time you seen a Catholic that didn't age? Tom Cruise ain't aged a bit in the last 30 fucking
It's
years.
probably all the children's blood and messed up shit that he's
Exactly.
probably.
Exactly.
That man has had his noses some
Okay,
shit.
okay,
Adrenochrome.
okay.
So as long
If
as you're
you're-
successful, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So you're saying that you'd be
Yeah.
willing to do it if you could get a hit of that sweet, sweet adrenochrome. Like you'd consume some children's souls, but if you're down with that, then I got to ask, what's your problem with the Satanists?
I'm all joking around.
Man, you were worried John Travolta's gonna show up at your house, man. He's
Oh,
gonna
man.
send you an invite.
Oh,
It makes me think.
Hey
It
man,
makes me
fucking
think,
Nicolas Cage
He's
gonna
like,
come
I
out.
got some adrenochrome.
I got
It
some
makes me
Come
adrenochrome.
out
think
to
that-
play.
yeah, it makes me think, Turkey. You would go to a Diddy party.
No. Now I might have went about down 15 years ago that I didn't know about it. Now I know. No, I'm not going.
So
I'm saying, but you be successful. That means you're on the map. You're making you do
No,
it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't ever be successful. I'm fat. Nobody finds me attractive. They only
You're
wanna
married.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Someone finds you attractive.
yeah.
You
My
were bragging
wife.
about. You were bragging about how you made love before you even got on the show.
Yeah, that's just my wife. She's not Diddy famous.
What are you implying then?
That's just my wife. She's not P. Diddy.
Yeah,
She's not Puff. Like,
So you say you get successful, you're moving on to wife number two.
I'm just saying, she's the one that finds me attractive. She's not fucking some damn. Look, y'all. Why y'all backing me into a corner here? What the fuck's going on?
I'm just asking the questions of what what you.
I'm talking out of my ass. This is what I do. I drink and talk out of my ass.
I know. I love it. Fucking.
Damn.
I'm
But
just saying that
I-
Scientology is probably worse in a lot of ways.
No,
man.
I agree, but I don't. I was
Why do
joking around
you
about
just
that.
you hate the Pope? You hate Catholicism.
I hate the fact that we give a fuck about it, and we're supposed to be.
The Catholics do. That's like
Yeah,
like you're not a Taylor Swift fan, but when she wins something, we all hear about it. You know.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I thought we left fucking overseas in Europe and all that area, and
that had nothing to do with religion.
It did. We declared independence in 1776, and we created America to fucking say fuck all your fucking beliefs, and we're gonna do our own fucking thing. But guess what?
English. Hold on, real quick for a history lesson. The English are the ones that founded Protestantism. Protestants. I can't have said that denomination. There would be no Protestants without England.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
You would not be Protestant. You would be Catholic, Turk, if it wasn't for England.
I don't give a fuck about nothing but me and mine.
Dude, I listen. I got to agree. Like, I think the founding fathers fought and died for us to be able to cast Snape as black. You know,
Yeah.
it's important for the culture. We'll have Snape be black, and we'll have Dumbledore be trans, and we'll just make Hermione a girl.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I don't even fucking understand this shit. They're fucking changing up every fucking thing.
I know. Why is she a girl?
Yeah, why the fuck? What the fuck is this shit? Snape is black, a black trans man,
No, he's just black.
and then the fucking Harry Potter says, if you say anything against trans people, fuck you. What the fuck?
I don't
What?
remember
I mean,
Harry Potter's name.
Say, sounds pretty hateful.
I don't even know his name. What's his real name?
It was in the fourth movie. If
Daniel
you say anything
Radcliffe?
mean about
Yeah.
trans people, fuck you.
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe. It was in the,
Fuck you, Weasley.
It was in the
Fuck
chamber.
you, Malfoy.
It was in the chamber. It was in the chamber of secrets.
Chambers. That's not
Chamber-
very woke of you,
It's
Malfoy.
not very well.
Chamber of Race Secrets.
Yeah.
It's both-
The Chamber of the Breeds. What?
The chamber- the sorcerer's boner.
Where is all this shit coming from? By the way,
No, so there's a new Harry Potter TV show that's about to come out, and Snape, they're making him a black man.
I mean, is J.K. Rowling cool with this?
No, she's not. She's suing them for changing up the characters. She's suing them for changing up the characters and because they're making them DEI relevant.
Yeah, like making Hermione a girl.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess from the perspective of, creative property, I could be upset about that, I suppose.
I think what was it, Warner Brothers she's suing or some shit like that?
I don't know.
Fuck, I don't
know.
watch Harry Potter. It's just terrible.
No,
She's a very angry person.
She's a weird person.
She's also not a very good writer.
No. Are you a big Harry Potter fan, Turk?
I like the movies. I never read the books. Why do I want to waste my time reading when I can watch it on film?
I'm gonna be real. I like the movies better too.
What the fuck? I would waste my time reading books if they don't have numbers in it. I don't give a fuck about it.
Numbers?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I like numbers more than words.
It has page numbers.
Yeah, it's too many pages. I don't give a fuck about all that shit.
So if they converted Harry Potter to numbers, you'd be down?
I might be if they made mathematical sense.
Because it doesn't make mathematical sense.
You have fucking 500 pages with how many words on it. Look, I'm not wasting my time reading bullshit. If you can put it on a TV screen, why the fuck would I read about it?
You said, why would I read the book when I could watch it for 2 hours?
I get the fucking gist of it. All right. I figured out.
I'm a visual learner. Fuck you.
We watched fucking Venom tonight, and I knew what the fucking plot was going to be at the end of the movie. I said, "Homegirl, the new Venom." I was like, "Homegirl is going to get part of the Venom at the end of the movie," and then towards the end of the movie, it happened. And my daughter goes, "Daddy was right." I was like, "Yeah, I fucking told you it was going to happen." Like, I know.
Without putting too much personal information out there, just to say, Carlos's mom was a teacher, and she references books and stuff. I just would wonder how she would respond to this little rant right here. Just
she would laugh.
500 pages.
She would probably have something really snarky to say, like,
no, I don't. I take this. Can I say this for a second?
You say,
all right. I wish that I could read something and find the I can't even find the euphoria in it to get lost in the story.
How do you feel about comic books?
I don't.
I read picture books.
I have one comic book. I bought it. I bought it because I bought the comic book because it was like a limited edition. It was like 3 Jokers. I bought it because
But you got all the action. You can see it.
I don't read. I don't like reading.
You don't know how to read a comic book.
I don't like reading unless I have to. Like, I know how to comprehend shit, but I don't like doing it unless I have to. Like, if it don't make me money, then why the fuck am I reading it?
Whoa, dude! Movies make you money?
No, they don't. I watch them. I don't read movies. I put subtitles on sometimes just because can't understand what they're saying.
Books, you can read them. Am I freezing up again?
Yeah, you were freezing up for a little bit. You even like full disconnected for a second.
Oh shit! Okay, I was like,
can't
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I mean, there's there's more content in books, and I mean, more character building. So
I understand that. I understand that, but I feel like I don't have enough time in my life that I feel like I need to sit down and read a book. Yeah, I don't read the Bible either.
You watch the Bible though?
No, I don't watch the Bible either.
Well, they made a
Hey, he
few
lost
movies.
the Passion of the Christ, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, there's at least a few movies.
Yeah, I've seen them, but at the same time,
He's a
the
Mel Gibson
them?
fan.
Bible Cinematic Universe.
yeah. But listen to me. But it all
Watch the
says
VeggieTales.
all religions say the same thing: treat people right, love thy neighbor, and do the right thing. It all talks about morals.
And
Like
slap a hug.
if you have no sense of morals, and it all teaches about morals. You know what's right from wrong. You know not to fucking kill somebody. You know not to rape somebody. You know not to steal from somebody. You know not to cheat somebody. You know not to lie to people. And if you don't feel bad about certain stuff, then you don't have good morals. Now, when you do something wrong and you feel bad about it, that means that you know you did something wrong. And that means you had the Holy Spirit in you.
I think Turk should be the Pope.
Yeah. What if they
No, I'm
elected
just
you
saying-
Pope?
They elected me Pope, then the world would probably be a better, very better place. Could I keep it fucking simple?
Is that your speech?
Yeah, kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. Yes, that would
Hey,
be my.
good
That would be
dog.
my. Keep it simple. Don't fucking.
All right.
Don't cheat people. Don't kill people. Don't lie to people. Like that's what all the religions speak. They're all the same thing with Buddhism and all that other shit. It's all the
Turk,
same.
they ask you. Then they ask you to convert to Catholicism. Are you going to do that?
Why would I convert to Catholicism?
Because you're the fucking Pope.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm down. I'm not down with that.
I'll be
It's
your
stupid.
Pope. I'll be your religious leader, but I won't convert to the religion.
Y'all gonna convert? I'm gonna get Catholicism to convert to me.
Yeah, I get them convert to me.
'Cause I'm still
saying-
Southern Baptist, but
Yeah,
y'all
like you don't have to come sit in a fucking fucking what a 12x5 cubicle and confess your sins and then pay for your shit. Look, just admit, hey, I was fucking wrong. Like I don't understand how you can down pay to reduce your sins. Like it doesn't make sense to me. It's all a money grab. It's like with all the other religions now.
There was a time way back in the day where they would pay for it like physically, but that's a long gone error. You don't physically give. You don't pay money to the what do you call them? The father or the what do they call them? They're not preachers. They're ministers or priests. You don't pay the priest, man.
No, you do.
No, you don't. Like a Hail Mary is a physical thing. It doesn't cost money.
No, if you're involved in the church, it costs fucking money.
If you're a Protestant, it costs money. They have offerings in the church all the time. There's no difference.
Exactly.
Yeah, in the Catholic Church, they pass the basket around, and like if you don't put something in the basket,
yeah, exactly. But they secretly make you feel bad if you don't pass it. If you don't give money.
What is the difference between a Baptist church? They do the same thing.
I don't give money to the church. I don't give shit to the church. The church that I go to, they say if you want to give an offering and you feel willing to give an offering, give it. I don't. I come to hear the word.
I don't want to.
I come to hear the word of God. I shouldn't have to pay you to hear the word of God. This is funded by the government. All churches are funded by the fucking government.
How do you think they keep their facilities up and running, sir?
From the fucking government.
No,
all the churches are funded by the government.
Yes.
I thought we declared independence and separation of church and state.
They get fucking funded by the government.
They don't get taxed. That's the only difference.
Exactly. They're funded by the government.
That's
if you don't get taxed,
that's just not getting taxed.
If you don't get taxed by the government, you're funded by the government. Because
that's not how that works.
The government taxes everybody else, but they don't tax the church. That's funded by the government.
Okay, if they said, "Hey, we're not taxing you, but you got to make money on your own," how is that being funded by the government?
How does churches stay up?
They
pass the basket around.
Yeah. Hey, the basket ain't getting shit from me. The Lord's word is free, motherfucker. I know what's right.
Why do you even bother going to church?
I don't, because I know what's right.
You do.
I do every now and then to appease my wife. I know what's right and what's wrong. I know I'm wrong most of the time, but I know it's not right to kill somebody.
Your wife doesn't know what's right or wrong.
No, she goes to take the kids to learn shit.
Why don't you teach them?
What do you mean? What I try to teach them.
You can read them the Bible.
Yeah, I could.
No, he
read them
doesn't
the
like to
fucking
read.
Bible. Yeah, I don't like to read.
You just put on Passion of the Christ. Put on a movie.
Look,
You didn't have to dress up. You can watch it whatever you want.
they go to Sunday school and learn about shit. They learn a lot at Sunday school. I'm not the best teacher in the world.
You ain't paying for it.
Yeah, I don't pay for it. We just show up. We just show up, bro. They go to Sunday school and learn about the shit. When they're old enough that I can explain shit to them, when they're old enough to understand when Daddy tells them about it, then they don't have to go to church.
All right. How about this? 15 years from now, you kids all grown up,
Yep.
and your wife says, "Hey, baby, let's go to church." What are you saying?
Why?
Game zone.
Because she wants to go to church with you.
The golden streets aren't filled by those who fill the seats.
I don't even know what that means, but all right.
Does it mean that that you get on the golden streets of heaven just because you fill the streets of fill the seats of the church? Well, there's a lot of people that go to church that think that just because they go to church that they're gonna go to the golden streets. They're all judgmental and shit.
So is that
The Holy Spirit's inside of you, cuz?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just asking, what if she wants to go to church, man?
Yeah, she can want all she wants. If she wants to go, then let her go. I might join her here and there. That's fine.
Why? Why would you join her?
Because I love her.
Oh,
She's my wife. If she wants to go sometimes, I'll appease her.
you're not gonna hit her with the golden streets don't fill seats.
No, she knows how I feel about it.
Hey, this seat ain't filling this fucking street.
I'm just saying, man. It's not that I'm not against the churches, but
Do you believe churches have an important function to them? Are they important for society?
not anymore. I do not.
No.
No.
What about
they're-
people who don't like to read?
What about that?
Well, that's the only other option. If you ain't reading it yourself, how are you
You
gonna
have
learn
to
about
have
the word of
someone.
God?
Yeah, you got to have someone tell you the word of God if you can't read the
Exactly.
Bible.
That's where you get deceived.
So then wouldn't it be fair to say that church has a function then?
It does have a function. It does have some type of function, but at the same time, those that people you can be deceived. Like I'm not stupid. I know.
What about-
I know.
I did not say you were stupid at any point.
What I'm saying is I'm different. You're comparing me to those that don't want to read and then they go to some false prophet to try to teach them the fucking way, and then like you can continue.
I didn't compare you to anybody.
I'm
first
just
of all.
saying. I'm just saying. This is comparison to what I've said before. What I'm saying is there are some that get deceived that how they go to church and I believe everything this man's telling me about it, but the churches of today are filled with a bunch of false prophets and shit. They're filled with lesbians. They're filled with gay people. They're filled with people that all they talk about is money, 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 money. That's all they talk about. Give, 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 give.
What about the churches that like do food drives and like
So
like
yeah,
shelter the
so what?
homeless?
Yeah, there's people that do that. That's fine, by all means. But I'm not giving to it. I don't care about that. I care about me and my own. And if the Lord strikes me down for that right now, that's fine. But right now, I'm not in the giving mood. I'm not in the status that I'm not comfortable to give my shit to other people because I've come from the bottom. Y'all know where I've came from, Kelsey and Shelby.
I know.
Y'all know where I come from.
Oh yeah.
Nobody gave me shit except for certain people that's helped me out in my life. And y'all mamas helped me out. I give to her.
Oh yeah.
But ain't nobody else gave to your mama to help her out to help give to me. Yeah, no. I made it. I've made it this far with people that's helped me in my life, and by the little bit that I've known about just common decency that they preach in the Bible, and that they say that the Lord preaches. I know what's right and what's wrong. I have morals.
I know,
not to treat people.
no one's questioning that.
No, I'm just saying. You don't need church not to know to kill, not to know to rape, not to fucking steal, not
got a
to know
question for
not
you.
to cheat people. Like these are
I got a
morals.
question. Yeah. So you go into your church, everything's all good and great, and then all of a sudden there's a new preacher in, and she's a lesbian.
Yep, I'm out. I'm out. You
Why?
You don't no, because it's not even, but it's not biblical. You can't be fucking gay and be a preacher.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of lesbians in the Bible.
Yeah, there are. And guess what? Sodom and Gomorrah, you forget about that.
I didn't forget about it.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of lesbians in the Bible. They don't end well for them.
Well, why not? Why don't we change that and be good to our neighbor? Just
Hey,
because
you
they're a
can be-
lesbian.
you-
or black
What
or-
if a lesbian lived with perfectly good morals and kindness and decency? Does that lesbian not get to go to heaven?
It's not perfect morals and
Tiger said, "Does dogs
she's
go to
laying
heaven,
she's
bro?"
laying down she's laying down with the same sex. What are you talking about?
What I'm saying is, if she's a good person, whether we're talking about going into heaven or not, she's you're saying that if you're a lesbian, you're inherently a bad person.
No, I'm not saying inherently, but I'm not listening to somebody that is a complete sinner like that. Like that. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not
A
doing it.
complete sinner. And you're a half
complete.
sinner.
No, I'm not a half sinner. We're all sinners, but at the same time, I'm not listening. It's an abomination. Stop it. I'm not doing this right now. I'm not doing this right now. You're not gonna be a faggot and fucking I said it. You're not gonna be a faggot and preach in the church and then let me listen to it. I'm not. So there's been a whole thing going around now. There's actually a level of the churches that they call it the prism. I thought it was funny on Righteous Jim song, but then I saw it in real life. There's actually a prism movement going around with the rainbow shit. No,
what's the prism movement?
It's about just gay people that fucking believe in God and then they're all righteous and shit. They believe in God.
But in the Catholic Church?
I don't know if it's in Catholic Church. It's in
Just like
Christians.
generally, because I don't think
Just
Catholics ever
Christians.
fuck with that.
I don't know about Catholics, but they might. I don't know. But it's just stupid, man. Just get the fuck out of here with that shit. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. It goes back to the roots of it. It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Fuck Steve.
Well,
All right, I got a completely different question for the three of you, completely unrelated,
Go ahead.
right? Because it does require that you think about all the people on the planet
Okay.
and think about what's best for everybody, right?
Okay.
Aliens come down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they want Earth to join the Galactic Federation, but they require that Earth elect one human to go and live in space for the rest of their lives and be the sole representative to Earth and represent Earth and campaign in that council, whatever they talk about, on behalf of the benefit of everyone who lives on Earth. And the aliens say that everyone on Earth has to put in at least one vote. Who do you vote for as Earth's representative? Who do you think is alive right now that could speak for all of us the best? They're not giving us an option to opt out either. It's like we either do this or they blow us up.
Me.
I think I think that's an interesting answer. I think a lot of people would vote for themselves. Yeah.
I would.
that's a lot of pressure, man.
Yeah, man. You never come home. If it's you, you never come home.
No, it's not even about that. I just mean representing the human race.
Yeah.
To speak for everybody, that's hard, man. I mean, I know Turkey's adamant that he could.
I could. If it's stipulations, I'd be like, can you ensure that I have communication with my family? They can come stay with me, and then I'll speak for the human race. I would.
They can ensure communication, but you'll never be in the physical presence of your family if you get chosen ever again. It's too far away. The trip will kill them or whatever.
Good.
Let me think about that. Who would?
What? Yeah, but who else? Like, is there someone on the planet right now that you feel is responsible enough not to just like speak for all Americans, but like speak for the planet?
Bill Clinton.
Rock.
No,
Bill
Clinton.
Clinton
No.
for the planet?
Yeah.
no, it'd be RFK or
Have social
it'd
relationships.
be it'd be
Okay.
RFK or Joe Rogan.
Oh, hold on. Do we really want to? Do we want to send someone who's in the later half of their life, right? Because when that person dies, they're gonna have to come all the way back here, and then we're gonna have to do this all over again. Do we really
We
want to
can't-
do someone that could be like dead in 10 years? Like some of those dudes are old.
Who did he say? Who did he say?
He said
I
Bill
said
Clinton.
Bill Clinton.
No, Bill Clinton. Why the fuck Bill Clinton? All he knows is about getting his dick sucked and then listening to his damn war hungry wife. No, you want somebody that damn has some decent morals about themselves that
The
don't
Rock.
have any. No, he's the fucking.
No,
What's wrong with the Rock?
No,
I
what do
just
you mean?
don't- I
What's
just
wrong
don't-
with the Rock? What
he's
the
just not
fuck?
very. He's just not very qualified, and I think he's been rich for too long.
No, he's been. He's,
No, it's not
he's-
someone who's a
he's
little
all
Seems like a
about-
pretty wholesome guy to me. I
No,
mean,
he don't.
everything
He's
Oh,
else-
about-
he's very
he's-
wholesome. But
He's a wholesome actor.
does he
You
understand
know
the
who I
struggles?
wouldn't?
Does he understand the
you know who I
struggles of the
wouldn't?
little guy?
I would say Theo Vaughn.
You know
That's
who I
not a
wouldn't?
bad answer.
He
Honestly,
don't have family ties, and he's a very wholesome person. He thinks about others.
he's one of the least hateful human beings on the planet. He genuinely dislikes nobody. He doesn't want anybody to suffer. Yeah, that might be a good choice.
Or somebody with Down syndrome.
Okay. Okay.
I can't agree with that.
No, wait. Well, hold on. They're loyal. They're trustworthy.
Yeah, but you're also the representative, and it's not their fault, obviously. But
But they might have some
some of the
better views than,
the capacity of their intellect is
but we don't know.
All right. Think
capacity
about
of that individual.
think about this, Kelsey. Right? We send them a person with Down syndrome to represent us at the Galactic Council. There's some other alien race in the Galactic Council that's plotting against Earth, and they're looking at that guy and going, "Oh shit, that's the representative for all humans. This invasion's gonna be easy." And they roll up, and they don't know what's gonna fucking hit them.
or it just surprises them from a moment, and instead of destroying the Earth in 1 minute, it takes 2 minutes.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
You don't know, man. Have you seen Independence Day, man? The indomitable human spirit always wins
I
against
mean, that
the
is a
intergalactic
fantastic,
empire.
realistic
I watched
movie.
Love and Robots. The first 2 episodes. I watched the new season. The first episode was pretty funny.
I
Okay.
haven't seen any of the new episodes yet, but I like that show.
The first episode was pretty funny. It was about similar to what you was talking about, like they coming down to Earth and trying to take over and shit like that. Or was it?
I mean, if he was
might have
if
been
he was
third
still
episode.
if he was still alive, I would have said Mr. Rogers, but he's dead. So
Yeah, and even if he was still alive,
I would say Denzel Washington.
All right,
My
hold on.
bad.
Let me think about that again. Who
I'm
was I-
hesitant. I'm hesitant to send anyone elderly.
No,
Okay.
no
It's
one
going to be a
knows.
short term.
But
It's
I
gonna be a
don't-
short term.
But with our generation, I don't know anyone that's in their 30s or maybe their 40s that has the wherewithal. Like
I'm
that
not-
I
I'm
would
not-
think.
I'm not saying they have to be in their 30s. I'm just saying, like, let's keep it under 70, like at the least. Like
Kermit-
Denzel's how fucking old?
yeah, he's got to be almost 60s.
Denzel Washington.
Yeah,
And
I wouldn't be surprised if he's older than 70.
I want to say he's in his 60s.
he did fly a plane
Maybe.
inverted and saved a bunch of lives.
That's true. That's true.
Under the influence of alcohol and drugs.
I kind of like that.
he
and
did it. He did it
He
though.
He did it. He did it. I'm saying that's.
I gotta like that.
I kind of like that. I do admire him.
He was on drugs.
Tobey
He
Maguire.
inverted.
Tobey Maguire stopped a train with his arms. What about him?
Yeah. What about I'm saying let's put in Kermit the Frog.
No. What's his name? Fuck. What's his name? I know who I want. I know who I want. I can't think
Steve
of his
from
fucking
Blue's
name.
Clues.
No, the motherfucker that plays Iron Man,
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. That's who I choose.
Why? What makes him qualified?
What fucking
In
doesn't
your
make
eyes.
him qualified?
He's been
He
rich
lo-
almost his whole life.
No, he
He's
lost
had drug
everything.
problems.
He lost everything and gained it back.
Okay.
He knows what it like to be a good human being.
Does he understand the struggles of the little guy like
don't
us?
know
Does
that.
he?
I think he does. I think he does.
Yeah.
He's been famous his entire life.
No, he was only
He's a
famous.
nepo baby.
He was only famous once he got arrested and went to prison and then got a second chance.
Well, yeah, but also his father was Robert Downey.
Yeah,
Who the fuck is that?
his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck who his dad is. I've never heard of Robert Downey Jr. until he became fucking Iron Man.
His dad was a famous person as well.
All right, what are you gonna say, Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah,
That's actually not a bad candidate, man. I think he
I
did
like
a good
that.
job.
I
And he'll
like that.
drive a Lincoln
With his shirt off.
Yeah.
playing bongos.
Or
Big Bird.
or hold on.
I say Elmo.
No.
Yeah.
Damn, what's his fucking name?
And then the whole
Oh.
time when they're in the Federation, they see the man mouthing the puppet, like 'cause there's nowhere for him to hide,
Hold on.
and then they think all humans communicate through some kind of form of puppet.
That's great.
It's just an
Who-
extension of who they are.
You're so stupid.
They're gonna think
Damn it,
we're
what's
very
his
dumb.
fucking name?
Chevy Chase.
Not Chevy Chase. Robert Downey Jr. and him played. Not Robert Downey Jr. Matthew McConaughey and him played in True Detective together.
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. That's who I should fucking choose.
He's
His
old
dad-
as shit.
He's not
Shit,
old
that-
as fucking shit. He's the same age as Robert Downey Jr.
No, he's probably a little bit older than that, man. His dad was a serial killer.
Was he?
Yeah.
For real?
Is that real?
Look it up.
I don't know.
I didn't know.
I
that.
do know. I'm telling you.
Wait, hold up. I am about
Woody-
to look this up.
Woody
Woody
Harrelson's
Harrelson's father.
was a serial killer.
Then he does know what it means to be a fucking small peon.
Yeah, and a sociopath.
He's 63 years old.
He was more than a serial killer. His dad was an assassin for organized crime.
Yeah, I'm
He was
sending.
his dad was a contract. What the fuck?
I'm
Yeah,
sending
you
Woody.
did that. I thought
I'm
you'd know
saying
about that,
Woody
bro. It's crazy.
I'm sending Woody Harrelson.
I think it's too dangerous than Woody.
I don't think it's too dangerous at all. They gonna think
Yeah.
this fucking. They gonna think this hippie ain't got no shit going on. He's
Ain't
representation.
he gay?
What?
Ain't-
Woody
well-
Harrelson? I don't
Yeah, ain't
think
he
so.
No.
No,
No, not
No.
even in the least. What are you talking
no,
thought he
about?
was.
I'm gayer than Woody Harrelson, and I don't even like penis.
that's the
Wow.
metric for how we measure how someone gay is. Are they gayer or less gay than Turk?
Yeah,
And Turkey don't even like penis.
I don't
Yeah,
even like
so
penis.
that's the good baseline.
Yeah, I hate seeing penis in porn. I just go to the solos. I don't want to
Really?
hear. I don't want to hear a dude moan in a porn. I have to switch over. He's
I'm
like,
with
"Oh,
you on that. I don't like manly moans. That's pretty
I
gross.
don't like. I can't stand that. I want to hear the girl moan. Why the fuck don't? Oh God, no! Click away. What the fuck, dude? I don't want to hear you moan. I'm moaning myself. I want to hear her moan.
You just
Oh,
watch
wow.
video. You just watch videos of Riley Reid masturbate or whatever.
No, not even Riley Reid. Rest in peace.
Wow.
Isn't there that porn star chick that it's like that just broke a record for like 900 something dudes in a day or something like that?
Yeah, didn't she break her ass or something?
What's
It's like
that,
a
Blue-
what's her-
1,000 days. It
What's
was
her
1,000
name? Blue
dudes in
Moon
one
or something
day.
like that?
Huh?
I
What's
don't
her name,
know.
like Blue Moon or something like that.
It's something blue. I was thinking blue something. Yeah.
That's
Well-
fucking impressive, man. That's like some Michael Phelps Usain Bolt shit.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like Guinness Book of World Records.
Like, I could have a
I'm
bunch
like,
of people.
does
come
sex
through.
even have meaning anymore after that?
No, it's not
No.
like that's not
That
even.
is
sex-
the meaning of
that's
beer
just- that's-
food. Yeah.
No, that doesn't even make like that's a loophole type shit.
Well,
that,
you know,
like-
you got it's there's like it's like when your hobby becomes your profession, right? You think anybody in the NBA enjoys playing basketball for fucking fun? No, man. That's their job.
No,
It's just
like
work for them. It's
bro,
just work
just
for that lady.
just because you stick it in doesn't mean you had sex with somebody. They could run through and stick it in for a second. Doesn't mean you had sex with them. Sex is.
I was
fucking-
actually thinking about that. Yeah, I was like, what? How long were they in each? If
Did
it
they-
was
did
1,000,
each-
hold on.
Did each one of them ejaculate? That's what I really want to know.
Hold on, I got to find out.
Yeah, but
'Cause-
at the same time, Turkey, you can't say you didn't have sex with someone because you didn't ejaculate.
You can if you just put it in, and she's like, "I don't
Not
want
in the
this."
court of law.
Okay, so
You're right when it comes to rape, I guess. I don't know.
1,000 people over the course of 24 hours. That is at least 42 men per hour. And for 42 men per hour, that means that they were each in for at least 60 seconds each, just slightly over 60 seconds each.
That's not
They were
enough.
assuming that they were all participating for the same amount of time. There's no way you could possibly fit 1,000 dudes in 1 hour or in one 24-hour
not
period.
ejaculation. No,
No, not with ejaculation.
that's just insertion. That's insertion for 60 seconds.
Rubbing one off before they
But I
even
mean,
get
that's-
there.
That's
No, you bring
still
up- you-
sex.
It's penetration. It's not.
That
sex.
is still it's that you ejaculating does not mean that does not decide. That's not the deciding factor of whether or not you had sex.
So 60 seconds of insertion is still enough to constitute sex?
Yeah, I would say yes, because some men don't even last that long. A,
Yeah.
Hold on. Look,
B,
Mormons.
technically
Mormons-
you can have a baby.
Hold
You can
on.
get a woman pregnant without
Mormons.
ejaculating.
Mormons
That's
do
also true.
soaking. Mormons do soaking. They just put their dick in and have somebody keep the bed. They don't consider that sex.
Yeah, but they're wrong. That is.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
straight wrong.
I'm just saying.
They're
just
lying
saying.
to themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Either
don't
way,
know,
like
man.
in terms of just like athleticism, that is still a pretty crazy fucking feat. You know, that is.
I'm just
like,
saying.
that's like
it's
swimming
not-
across the English Channel. You know.
That's not athleticism.
If you're all
Bitches laying
good and
on their
turned
back.
up, if you're all good and turned on, and you got a little bit of that juice coming through, and you put it into a lady and she gets pregnant, but you only put it in there one time or two times, and it's under 2 or 3 minutes or whatever the number you said was, and she
60
gets
seconds.
pregnant. Are you saying if she gets pregnant, are you saying she got pregnant without you having sex with her?
No. If I got a bitch pregnant,
Is that
in
an immaculate
No,
conception?
it's not immaculate. If I got her pregnant in 60 seconds, if I ejaculated, in
I've seen that
60
porn. Pregnant in
I'm
6
I'm,
seconds.
I'm just saying, it's cold.
Yeah, well,
There ain't no fucking sex in 60 seconds that gonna get somebody pregnant. I think sex should be if you had it long enough for the sex.
We're not talking
for
about
you-
what you think it should be. We're
No,
talking about
I'm just saying, like, sex is long enough for you to be able to ejaculate to
no.
be able to consult, like to be able
Right,
to
but-
conceive.
But what Kelsey described has happened before. There have been babies conceived off of sexual encounters that lasted seconds. Seconds,
Crazy.
not even a full minute. That has happened.
No. When? Can you bring it up? Can you prove
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, sure.
Prove it up. Prove it.
You put it
Prove
up
it.
and we'll put it on
Prove,
the
prove it.
screen.
Less than a minute that somebody nutted in somebody that
Okay.
it was their child.
Less than a
that was the
minute.
Walmart baby.
Less
Okay,
than a
less than
minute.
When they're artificially inseminating a woman, how long do you think they're in there?
But stop. You're talking about artificial inseminating. I'm talking about actual sex. This bitch had sex with 1,000 people.
If old buddy is a 2 pump and dump,
No, get out
He's
of
a
here, bro.
he's
Now
a quick- he's
Now
a
you-
quick achiever.
Now
and he
you're adding.
finishes in her.
Now you're adding shit. Now
That's
you're
not
shit.
adding. That's a part of
You're
sex.
adding. You said artificial insemination. It's not the same as having sex.
I moved on from that. I
Yeah.
said, if the dude is a quick 2 pump and dump and he gets her pregnant, did he not have sex with her?
Apparently, it's very difficult to find a case of this happening because it is so common and happens all the time. Because it says right here, pre-cum has sperm in it, and pre-cum can happen from just getting a boner before the pants even come off. So
That's what the drunk night's for, Bo.
that's some real shit.
So what do you think now, Turk? What do you have to say about that?
Apparently, you can't find an
it.
individual case of this because this is not a special
I
occurrence.
think it's fake as fuck because I've my pull up game all these years that I've been fucking till I got with my wife, and until I laid into her and be like, we'll try to have a baby, and I nutted in her. Okay.
Okay, just because you
no,
couldn't, so you think you're the most potent man
I
alive?
don't think I'm the most potent man alive, but my first time laying into it, it happened, and then I had pre-cum all the time, and then it didn't happen. With the most fertile bitches I've ever been with, get out of here. Dude.
Well, listen. My dad's pullout game lasted for years and years and years until it didn't.
Yeah, I used to only fuck bitches that had kids, and I always pulled out right before I come, and they never got pregnant.
Okay, Turk, just because that's you're one person.
I'm just telling
Secondly,
I'm
how do
Turk
you
Belly,
know how
bro.
fertile a woman is?
you.
Yeah, if a woman has had a kid before, is she more likely to have a kid in the future?
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yes.
So then that was a bad plan, Turk.
Exactly. It worked in my favor. The pre-cum shit, bullshit.
It worked in spite of your plan.
No,
I mean,
no, I'm just saying. Like, I thought I would definitely have one before her, but I didn't because I used to fuck only bitches that had kids because they were willing to fuck.
then that means maybe you have a lower sperm count, my guy.
Less testosterone, big dog.
And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's fine. You can say whatever you want, but I was laying into that shit, Bo. I was deep in there. I was deep in the cut, cuz.
All right. I think the only way to settle this is that you're gonna have to count your sperms. So on the next episode, you're gonna have to update us on that value.
Now. You
just
know
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know.
that? You hear me?
No,
Please don't
what?
bring a sample.
They got sperm races now. You haven't seen this yet?
No, I did a sperm check before we got together, and they said I was floating with them. Like I did not have no
Is that
problem.
how they said verbatim? Is that how they said it?
It's like, sir,
Not that I was floating with them, but like
according
I had
to
a
your
sperm,
chart.
because the doctor didn't want to do it. I was just like, I want to have a sperm sample. She said, why? I was like, I've been with a lot of women, and I've not gotten them pregnant. I want to know if I'm fertile or not. And they were like, well, we can test that. And I was like, I want to test it. And
The
they
test
said-
results came back floating with them.
floating with them.
Floating.
Floating with them.
Loading.
Floating with them. And I was like, my pull-out game's strong. And then the first time that I was like, I'm gonna
That was a
fucking jump on
doctor
this
term,
horse.
bro.
I'm gonna
Look
jump on
with
this
it.
horse and ride and try it out. And then guess what? It stuck.
It's,
It stuck, boy. I knocked the
Don't
balls
let
off
you-
that thing.
He about blew the back end of the uterus
I
out.
blew the back of that thing out, and I do it every time, cuz
With that Neanderthal dick.
that Neanderthal dick, bro.
that Viking penis.
It was like a bunch of high school footballers running through a banner.
Exactly.
Shelby, what was that you were saying about a sperm race? What is a sperm
Yeah,
race?
they got sperm races now.
They get like a sperm from a bunch of different guys and then see which guy
I
has the
guess,
fastest
yeah,
sperm.
yeah. Look it up. That's just
It's
crazy. They
disgusting.
bet on it and everything. Yeah, that shit's
They
crazy.
bet on it.
Yeah.
They dress up like they're
Oh.
going to the Kentucky Derby. They
So what does it take to
I'm
become
telling you
a
the truth, bro.
what does it take to become a professional sperm racer? How can I get my
I
sperm?
couldn't tell
fast
you. I don't know. I
enough?
just saw. I just
Hey,
saw
how do
a
you
video of
speed it up?
How do I train my sperm? I want to make money.
I don't know.
Is it the motion or is it just how fast the actual sperm itself
You
is?
probably have to wait a fucking about a week or so to get them ones that are ready to go. Like, you know, when they have the
ripe
horse in the
ones.
stables that are fucking ready to fucking go.
The
They're
right
like, fuck
ones.
it. Yeah. Hey, I might have to do that for about a week or two. Sign me up.
I'm sorry, boys. I'm off to the sperm race.
I'm up to the sperm race. Put your bets in. Put your bets in.
Wish me luck, man. I've been
Hey,
chugging
I
pineapple
bet
juice and zinc all week.
Hey,
I'm betting on Turkey. He's floating with him.
and this Clydesdale's got a bunch of swimmers.
You got
He
you
got
got
a
you got
different breed.
you got we got to give
Yeah,
all the racers have to have names like at the dog track.
Hell yeah. Come
Yeah.
on down.
Your racer name's got to be Big Floater.
I just want one day we reach a point where it's almost like talking about it like, you know, how they talk about local football teams. Oh, man, Turkey's got the fastest sperm in the county.
Hey, it
Ain't
bitch
no
be
big
wearing.
old fee here.
Hey, it be-
Qualified for the state championships,
my-
and pretty soon
my-
it's
my
on the
float-
nationals.
my
He's got a
floater's
banner
name.
up there on the
Yeah.
gymnasium.
Hey, my floater's name's talking about wearing jimmies.
Prison break.
Prison break. Yeah, I like that. Prison break. Prison break's coming on the outside. He's coming in fast. He's coming
All right.
up from the rear end.
We've been going on it for a while, guys. I guess it's a good point. Any is
We
go ahead and
rambling
wrap it up.
tonight. We
Yeah.
rambling tonight.
And that's all right, man. That's all right.
okay.
Everything's okay here.
We're getting the momentum back.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that was good stuff, Turk. That was good stuff, man.
I'll
So
be talking shit.
we'll finish it up like we always do with final words because we don't really have a comparison thing to do tonight. And we'll start around the room. Carlos, you're the newest host, so we'll start with you like we normally do.
Finishing words, I think, have to be, let's strap up Bill Clinton. Let's send him on some rockets, shoot him up into space, and maybe we can start making some friends up there. You never
I believe
know.
him, Brent. He did not have sexual relations with that woman.
And he's just got such a charming smile. He's just got such a charming smile and endearing personality. So yeah, maybe we could actually have some good representation up there. And but fuck the Catholic Church, but not as much as Satanists.
Yeah. Carlos learned something from Turcavelli today.
I say we're all in agreement.
All right, Uncle Ray Ban.
Yeah, fucking. Fuck, yeah. Fuck the Pope.
Jeez, why so much animosity towards a guy
Hey,
y'all don't even know?
Hey, he's from America. He's got to be something, right?
I mean, so was H.H. Holmes.
A piece of
God
shit.
damn. Hey, yeah. But
It's
no,
America.
yeah. Fuck the Pope.
Hey,
That's all I got to say.
Trump added tariffs, and now we got American Pope. He's fucking
Yep,
the world
fuck
up.
it. Hey, there's something going on behind that. We gotta look into that.
All right.
I'm good. Yeah, Pope.
All right, Turk. You go, man.
All right. I have to say, don't eat bananas while you're driving because if you get pulled over, you will blow positive for alcohol.
Is that true?
It's true.
And also, you look hella gay.
Yeah, but I sometimes I like to deep throat a banana on the way to work. It's good for potassium.
What are you blowing into?
I don't know. You if you get pulled over and they do a field sobriety and make you blow if you eaten a banana before, you will blow positive for alcohol.
I
and get
don't know
arrested.
how factual that is.
It is very factual. They did a study on it recently. It's factual.
I have to look that up.
Look it up.
Okay.
Don't eat bananas on the way to work because you'll blow positive for alcohol and go to jail for a DUI.
Not because you're speeding, just
And or going to school. Don't eat bananas before school if you drive. You'll go get a DUI.
What?
Yep.
Yep. Look it up.
Look it up.
There's so many innocent people in jail for
Yep.
banana.
All I did was eat a nanner.
He's an A student, for God's sake. All right. Well, how do I even fucking follow that up? I don't know what to say. I mean, it's okay to be Catholic, and it is okay to be a lesbian. It is okay to be black, white.
You can't be a lesbian Catholic though.
As much as I have enthusiasm with Turkey's ideas and thoughts, maybe we're not ready to use the word breed quite yet.
Yeah, probably not. Like I was willing to hear you out until you used it in a sentence later on, and like I jumped out of my seat. Like it scared me.
Mormons, they're weird, but we don't hate nobody here.
I don't hate nobody.
Except the Pope.
I don't hate him. I just think he's retarded. Fuck, we have somebody, old ass man, trying to tell us how to fucking do shit. They're guarding shit underneath the fucking damn Vatican.
You're not Catholic. You don't have to listen to anything he says.
Yeah, I don't. I don't give a fuck about nothing they got to fucking say. They're all stupid and fucking. Everybody's fucking stupid and believing in what they got to say. They're hiding secrets underneath the Vatican.
What?
They're hiding pedophiles and the hidden secrets from the past.
There's just under the Vatican. There's just a network of pedophiles.
No.
Yep.
In the books of the Vatican, there's a network of pedophiles, and they're hiding the hidden
it's
secrets
stories
from our
about
past.
pedophiles?
No, they've been covering up pedophiles for years in the Vatican.
I don't know if they're. Are we sure that they're covering them up, or that maybe that some of them are and they used it as a refuge?
No,
you know what I'm saying?
there's histories of covering up pedophiles in the Vatican. Like they bring them in. Yes, we can. It's a whole nother thing. We'll get on to that, but that's a whole nother episode.
Yeah, Turkey exposes Catholicism, the Vatican. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear more about that.
Missing children of the Vatican.
Fuck.
This shit's getting deep. I love it.
Hey, man, it's okay to be who you are, and it's there's nothing wrong with that. Even if you're Catholic and the Pope, Mormon, you know what? Being a Satanist, that's all right too, as long as you ain't hurting nobody.
Hey, at least you ain't Tom Cruise, man, right?
At least we ain't Tom Cruise. That's what I'll finish with. At least we aren't Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
That man old, man.
Soulless.
Dude,
Nothing
I
behind
wake
those
up.
dead eyes.
I wake up every morning and thank God I'm not Tom Cruise, man.
That's what we should all do. I want to get the bracelets, the opposite. What would Tom Cruise not, or what would he do so I don't do it, you know?
Be everything Tom Cruise isn't.
Oh, man. Hell yeah.
Just strive not to be him. This.
Well, on that note, I think we've had a good one. We're knocking some of the rust off because we've been gone a little while, and we're going to be back, and we're going to be better. We're going to have some more subjects. We should hopefully get Tusk on again sometime soon. Our thoughts and prayers are out to him. He's going through a bit of I think it's appendicitis right now, so hope a good recovery for him, and we'll see y'all next time, okay, guys?
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Love.
Peace.
Peace up. A-Town now.